You're running Facebook ads. Leads are coming in, your dashboard looks fine, but every time you pick up the phone, the person on the other end does not answer, has no idea who you are, or wants a ballpark price with no real intention of hiring anyone. So you start thinking your ads are broken, or your price is too high, or maybe Facebook just does not work for contractors. None of that is true, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what is actually happening, why it keeps happening, and the specific system that fixes it. So by the end of this video, you will understand the whole thing. Okay, so let me show you what your current setup probably looks like. Someone is scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, your ad shows up, they're a homeowner thinking about a kitchen remodel, and their ad catches their attention. They click it, they land on a page that says get a free quote or schedule a consultation. There's a form that captures their name, number, maybe an email. They fill it out, now they're in your pipeline. Here's a problem nobody talks about. Think about all the different types of people who just click that same ad. You have a homeowner who's ready to move. Project is defined, budget is set, they want to start within the next 30 to 60 days. This is your person. Then you have the homeowner who's just starting to research. They're maybe 6 months out, they want to get a sense of what things cost, they're not ready to buy anything, they just want some information. Then you have the price shopper. They're getting quotes from 4 to 5 other contractors, they're going to go with whoever is the cheapest. They will sacrifice quality work just for a lower price. Trust me. And they will waste 2 hours of your time and then just disappear out of nowhere. Then you have the person who clicked on accident or was just curious and filled out the form without really thinking about it. All 4 of those people just filled out the exact same form. They look completely identical in your pipeline, and you have a name, number, maybe an email, and that's it. You have no idea which one is which. So what do? You call all of them. You follow up with all of them. You maybe even drive out to give in-person estimates for all of them. And then you sit there wondering why your close rate is so low and why half of your leads go cold. So here's what's actually happening. Because there's no filter between your ad and your calendar, you end up becoming the filter. You are the one doing the work of sorting through who is serious and who is not. And you are the one doing it at the most expensive possible stage, after you've already spent your time calling, following up, and sometimes driving to their house. That's not a lead problem, that is a structural problem, and it is completely fixable. So most marketing agencies that work with home service businesses are not specialized. They take on dentists, chiropractors, real estate agents, gyms, and contractors all at the same time. And they run the same basic funnel for every single one of them. It goes from the ad to a landing page to a contact form, following up, and that's it. You are required to close. That funnel works fine for some businesses if you're a gym and someone fills out a form asking about membership pricing. The barrier to entry is low, the decision is fast, and the ticket size is relatively small. You can afford to have some unqualified leads come through. But you're not a gym. You are a remodeling contractor, and your average job is anywhere from $15,000 to $80,000. Your sales cycle requires a site visit, a detailed estimate, back and forth communication, and a significant trust decision from the homeowner. You cannot afford to treat every lead the same way a gym does. When you run a generic contact form for a remodeling business, you are inviting every stage of buyer in at the same time and then asking yourself to sort them out manually on the back end. That is why your calendar fills up with estimates that go nowhere. So let me break down the 3 stages your leads are actually coming in at, because this changes how you think about the entire thing. Stage 1 is ready now. This person has a defined project, they know what they want, they have a real budget and a real timeline. They are actively looking to hire someone in the next 30 to 60 days. This is probably 20 to 30% of people clicking your ad. Stage 2 is researching. The person who is genuinely interested but not ready. They are 3 to 6 months out, they're gathering information, understanding prices, and is getting a feel for what the process looks like. They're not ready to hire, but they could become a customer with the right follow-up over time. And stage 3 is just browsing. No real project, no real timeline, no real budget. They saw your ad, they were curious, they clicked. They're not a bad person, they're just not your customer right now. The problem is that a basic contact form treats all 3 groups the same way. The problem is that a basic contact form treats all 3 groups of people in the same way. It lets all of them in and asks you to figure out who is who. What you actually want is a system that identifies stage 1 leads automatically, routes them directly to your calendar, and filters out stage 3 completely before they ever touch your pipeline. And that is exactly what a qualifying funnel does. So the fix to all of this is, instead of sending your ad traffic straight to a contact form, you send them to a short quiz. It asks 3 to 10 questions depending on how qualified you want each lead to be, and takes the homeowner about 60 to 90 seconds to complete. Every question is designed to do 2 things at the same time. First, it gives you information about the lead, and second, it filters out the people who are not serious. Question 1. What type of project are you looking to complete? Is it a kitchen remodel, a bathroom remodel, a basement addition, or just like general contracting? This tells you immediately what kind of job this is and whether it's in your wheelhouse. If someone answers something you do not do, they filter themselves out. You never spend a minute on them. Question 2 is, what are you looking to get started as soon as possible, within the next 1 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, or just exploring for now? Anyone who says they're just exploring for now does not go to your calendar. They can go into a long-term nurture sequence, but they do not touch your pipeline right now. The people who say as soon as possible or within 1 to 3 months, those are your people. Those get routed forward. Question 3 is, what is your approximate budget for this project? You can give them ranges that match your actual jobs: under 10,000, 10 to 25,000, 25 to 50,000, 50,000 or more. And if someone says under 10,000 and your average job is 35,000, they are not your customer. They fall off and you never waste your time. The people who match your project type, your timeline, and your budget range are the only ones who make it to the next step. After the quiz, 2 things happen depending on how they answered. If they qualified, they get taken directly to a booking page where they can schedule a call or a site visit right then and there. By the time they are on your calendar, you already know their project, their timeline, and how much they're willing to spend. You are not going in blind. If they did not qualify, they do not see your calendar. They might get a page that gives them some general information and invites them to come back when they're ready, but they never reach you. Now, the question I always get is, will people actually fill out a quiz? Or will they just leave it if it's more than one field? Someone who is genuinely interested in a $30,000 kitchen remodel will absolutely take 60 seconds to answer 3 to 10 questions about it. That is not a barrier for a serious buyer. The person who will not fill it out is the person who is never going to hire you anyway. The quiz does not lose you real leads. It loses your fake ones. And that is exactly what you want. Now, speed matters more than almost anything in this process. The odds of reaching a lead and converting them drop dramatically after the first 5 minutes. After an hour, you are dealing with a completely different level of engagement. After 24 hours, most leads have already moved on. Most contractors are not calling back within 5 minutes. They're on a job site, they see a notification, they think they will get to it later, and by the time they call back, the lead has already gone cold. The way we resolve this is through automated follow-up. It fires the moment someone submits a quiz, not when you check your phone. The moment they hit submit. The second they submit, an automated text goes out from your number, something like, "Hey, this is John from John Remodeling. I saw you were looking into a kitchen remodel. I had a few spots open this week. Here's a link to grab a time that works best for you." Simple, direct, and fast. At the same time, an automated email goes out with a little bit more detail about who you are and what the process looks like. If they do not respond within an hour, a follow-up text goes out. If they still have not responded by the next day, another one goes out. The system keeps following up at set intervals until they either book or ask you to stop. You cannot be sitting at a desk waiting to respond to leads. You're on a job site, you're doing walkthroughs, you're managing crews. You do not have time to call every lead within 5 minutes manually. That is exactly why the automation exists. The system responds the moment they submit, you get notified, and by the time you are free to call, the lead has already been contacted, already received a notification about you, and in many cases have already booked themselves onto your calendar, which means you are not chasing anyone, you are just confirming the appointment. So let me put the whole thing together for you so you can see it in one big picture. Your Facebook or Instagram ads run, someone clicks it, they land on the quiz, they answer a couple questions. If they do not qualify, they fall off, they never reach you. Done. If they do qualify, they are taken to a booking page where they can schedule a call right there. At the same time, the automated follow-up sequence fires immediately. By the time a lead actually gets on your calendar, They have already told you their project, their timeline, and their budget. You have already followed up automatically, and they've already decided that they want to talk to you. You show up to that call knowing exactly who you're talking to. You are not doing any discovery from scratch. You are confirming details and closing the prospect. The ad generates interest. The quiz filters it. The automation follows up instantly. So you close the people who are actually worth your time. This is what we build for remodeling contractors at Scaled Solutions. Done for you. We handle the ad setup, the quiz build, the CRM integration, and the follow-up automation. You get qualified appointments on your calendar, and you focus on closing. If you have been running ads and wondering why nothing is converting, now you know why. It's not from your ads, it's not from your pricing, it's from the fact that there's no filter between your ad and your calendar, and you are spending your time sorting through people who were never going to hire you. That fix is not complicated. It's a couple questions, an automated follow-up sequence, and a booking system that only lets serious buyers through. So if you want to see exactly what this looks like for your business, the link is in the description of this video to book a call with me. We will take a look at your current setup, talk through where your leads are falling off, and I will show you what the system looks like for your market. I won't pitch you, no pressure. If it makes sense, we'll talk about it. If it doesn't, you still walk away knowing exactly what to fix. The link is in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.